Hey guys, Mystic Frost here. It's just a quick one before the video starts. I didn't get a chance to film an intro. I was not very well on Sunday, which is Locals Day. So you'll see my energy in a lot of the videos is very low. I'll be honest with you, I was actually running a very high temperature throughout the day, so I'm actually very surprised I did as well as I did. I'm actually surprised I went. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have. Don't get me wrong, I was fine the next day, but I don't know what was wrong with me, but I started to run a really high temperature on the day. But as such, I didn't get a chance to film an intro, so I'm just doing it now. There's no deck profile because I had to borrow some cards off one of my mates who, I've returned those cards to, so I'm unable to do a deck profile. But it was a 50 card Grand Manju deck, because we do, every now and again, we do what we call meme week. It's not really meme decks, they're just more fun, not so top tier meta decks that we like to run to test out and see, is this a deck I want to build? Is this a deck I want to put time and money into moving forwards to, make it top tier competitive? I decided to take Gren because it's a deck that always appealed to me. I love head-to-head battles. They were one of the first YouTube channels I started watching when I got into YouTube, and as such I really enjoyed Zuzu's Grand Manju deck, so I wanted to build it. However, I really didn't like 60 cards. I felt the consistency was way too off, so I was able to trim it down to a 50 card build. And yeah, I went. You'll see how we go on the day. Obviously that's already been filmed. I'm just doing the intro bit now. As for the wedding funds, we are up to £270. I want to say, I need to double check the account, but I believe we're sitting at about 270, which is absolutely mind blowing. My goal was about £20 a month because I thought, how much could I really make with Yu-Gi-Oh cards? But the fact that by the end of month 2, we pushed over 250 quid is mind-boggling, and I'm so appreciative of everyone who has bought cards. I'm so appreciative of Dave and Wally at Locals, who I'm selling some of their cards on their behalf, and they're giving me a percentage for doing the legwork, for bringing me in and making me a partner in their venture, and I'm so thankful for that. Honestly, we wouldn't be doing as well as we are if it weren't for everyone who watches, everyone who has liked and subscribed, or leaves a comment. All of it helps, and you may not think it does, but it does, because it pushes my videos out into into the algorithm more. So if you are enjoying this content, please do subscribe, because even when the wedding's paid for, the content's not going to stop. I'll just find another goal. Maybe not money related, there's so many good series out there on YouTube about Yu-Gi-Oh, even about Pokemon. I'm not saying I'll become a Pokemon channel, but maybe I could take some of those ideas and put them into a Yu-Gi-Oh concept. Who knows? Also, as you know from last week's video, I am a judge, so there will be more judging content as well. So yeah, like, subscribe, stick around. Follow me on TikTok under the same name. Follow me on Instagram under the same name. This is where I will be posting more of the day-to-day stuff. But that's enough of me rambling. I will go now. I just wanted to say there was no intro, so I do apologise. And I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Can We Pay for a Wedding Using Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, so here we are in round 1, and we are against Dan Cheney. Here he's on a trap build. He sets 4 and passes. We go ahead and activate a Lure of Darkness. We get the 2, we spec the Bigfoot there. We've got the Golden Castle out. We banish 8 there for the cost to spec out Gizmek. We activate the Golden Castle to get the Hexatrude. Hexatrude can pop a card. I don't really understand why I didn't, but we go to Lancelot because why not? True Day swings, I have to negate as per Lancelot. So yeah, we get some damage and we overlay into the two spider things, Pain Gainer, and then the number 77, and then into Zeus. So we have a 4 material Zeus. Our opponent here goes ahead, sets 2, activates the Imperm. I let the Imperm go, I banish 7 to get back to Gizmek. Opponent specs out the big thing, activates the Metaverse to get the field spell, which is the Layer of Darkness. I decide to activate Zeus, activates Imperm, activate Zeus again, activates Deck Devastation Virus, but I don't have anything, so I just blow up everything with Zeus. And of course he gets his field spell, but that's all he's got. So we go ahead and activate Black Armed Dragon, what is that? Black Hole Dragon. We switch these to attack and take game 1. So there we go, nice, simple, easy. And I'll decide for game 2. Now I'm expecting to be made to go first because obviously we are playing a blind Ghost Second OTK deck. So I will be back after siding, and we will go from there. Okay, so here we go. We are sided, decks are shuffled, and we've cut. And like I said, going first, that was set card, and we spec Bigfoot, and with that, we just pass. Our opponent here sets 3, summons Lilith, or whatever that thing's called. So Lilith only has 1,000 attack. We go ahead, Twin Twister, pop 2. That's what we sided in, and it was nice to see one. Swing into the monster with Bigfoot, but the last card I had was Ballista Squad. We go ahead, activate Harpies. We get Welcome Labyrinth, or Big Welcome Labyrinth. We activate the D barrier, just so like everything gets gone. Then we activate the Interrupting Kaiju Slumber. Punch over the Kaiju we gave him for a bit of damage. We go to swing again, and we get the Econ. Then set 1, we move ours to attack, and we swing. We Twin Twister, pop 2, and take the game. So, yeah, all in all, not a bad first round. We managed to take this 2-0. So that was the end of round 1. Played against what deck was that like?
It was supposed to be Layer of Darkness.
Layer of Darkness with some Labyrinth cards in it. Game 1 obviously went really well for me getting my level 8s out, and having Lancelot with the mandatory negate really helped out. And then game 2 was a little bit of a slower gameplay. I couldn't really establish a board, but at the same point everything I did have was enough to hinder along the way, so yeah, it kind of worked out in our favour, and we took game 1. Not bad for our first game of meme week this week, and I'll do the full deck profile what I'm running a little bit later, which you might see before this clip, so that might make sense, but still. But yeah, I will catch you guys, just thinking like in game 1. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know the deck well enough to say if there's anything I could have done better. I got very lucky with the Bigfoot hits, and that's kind of it really. This was more down to luck and being able to outstall my opponent rather than anything skill based. But we'll see how game 2 goes, and we'll see if we end up 1-3 or if we can actually get another win today. I'll see you guys after the next round. Okay, so here we are in round 2. So we are against Trap Tricks. We go ahead and activate Shifter in the standby phase. Our opponent summons Pudica, such as Field Spell, links off Pudica into Sarah. Normal summons Malario to get the trap card. I wanted to read, see if it's still treated as a trap when it's a monster. It's not, so that's quite interesting. Activate Holoteo by discarding of a trap card. Sarah obviously activates to spec out another one. Our opponent now, goes into an error mage thing. Then we get the Serena, whatever the thing's called. Yeah, Trap Tricks actually plays pretty well in the shifter. I'm not going to lie, I thought they would struggle a bit more, but yeah. So they get the XEs, but they don't get the equipped, the attached, because the monster's banished. You can't attach a banished monster. They activate, all this cool stuff. Like, our opponent's really like going off Power Exceed, getting another Power Exceed. Like, you open the nuts. Generally, like, doing all this under shifter is quite insane. So it's our turn. We go ahead. We activate Lightning Storm. We call face-up attack position monsters. Now, this is where the misplay comes in. His link monsters shouldn't have been destroyed, because that Trap Tricks monster's on the field, other Trap Trick monsters can't be destroyed. However, he's accepted it. It's accepted game state. And then Dark Hole blows up his remaining card. I don't know why I did it that way. I should have just Dark Holed, because all he would have been left with was the Link monster, and then I could have Lightning Stormed it. So, and then we go ahead and we do the FTK for 9k attack. So, yeah, here we will side out and we will go to game 2. Okay, so here we are in game 2. I'll start us off by activating Pot of Duality. No, Pot of Prosperity. No, it's not. I can't remember what this pot's called. But basically, I banish 10. We go ahead and activate Small World, reveal Shifter, reveal the Kaiju, reveal the Bigfoot. So we get add the Bigfoot to hand, banish the rest. We get Spec the Bigfoot. I've got one set card, and I just pass there because there's not really a whole lot we can do. Our opponent goes ahead here and specs Fenrir, adds a Fenrir, and then activates doing Disc Coliseum, I want to say it's called, grabs the Lily Borer, summons Trap Tricks Malario, grabs the Holoteo, sets the Holoteo, activates it by discarding off guard. Let's go with Trap card. Then, not entirely sure why they didn't link one Sarah, but just goes to Babushka, and it's like, really unsure why, because all he had to do was attack with Fenrir, and it would have banished my Bigfoot. But, yeah, so not really sure why that was. But here, look at all the cards that are banished. Our Gren Menju is a big boy. All of our dangers are hitting as well. We're going off, and I know he's got something there to try and stop an attack. So we go into Lancelot, because Lancelot has the mandatory negate. Lancelot attacks directly. He goes to activate the Holoteo to spec back, so I detach to negate, and that is the OTK, and that is another 2-0 victory. So that was the end of round 2, and it was against Trap Tricks with Fenrir and Disc Coliseum. What was that, Therion package in it, which is quite spicy. It's quite good. Game 1, there was a misplay on my opponent's side, unfortunately, which resulted in them giving up a monster they shouldn't have given up, but sadly it is part of the game. And then game 2, the Lancelot negate really came in clutch there to keep the Gren attack live, which then I was able to, not really OTK because I went first, but like on turn 3 we was able to pick up the 1-turn kill there. So yeah, not really sure yet what I could be doing better with the deck, as like I said, I'm still learning it, but so far it's doing okay. I quite enjoy the deck as well. We are now 2-0, so that's always our target, is to go 2-2. So we are only going to move up from here or stay where we planned. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys after round 3. Okay, so here we go in round 3, and we are against Goblin Horace. So there we see got we was made to go first because our opponent knew what we was on. So I just passed. No good doing anything. He just goes off here with the horse cards and boom, 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 OTK. Cool. That's game 1. So now we're moving into game 2. I ain't siding because I want to go first. My deck's built for go first. And opponent doesn't side either. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what we can do. So I made our opponent go first, so because we were blind second, I shifter, and he just passes. With 2 set cards, I lightning storm. We managed to hit the Bigfoot to get him out. We activate another Bigfoot, and he rolls the dice, and douche, there's the second Bigfoot. Here comes Yugioh into the Numon Dragon, and Numon Dragon for the OTK. So we've both OTK'd each other, and now we're moving into the all-important round 3. So here we are doing some siding, so I will be back after we have sided. Okay, so here we are going into round 3. We are going first, so activate trading, activate the dimensional barrier, activate the danger Thunderbird. The alpha gets banished, and here comes the Thunderbird, so we get to draw the card. We banish the cards to summon that Gizmek. I'm having a look, seeing what I want to overlay into, because I want to put Sank out in the field. I'm just not sure what. So we just go into the Hope Harbinger for the spell negate, and then we have to pass there. I'm kind of hoping the banish on the monsters will be enough to slow him down, but then he opens up this Doug thing, which he can just remove and overlay to spec itself. Activates 1 spell card, which we negate and suck it up. Then he removes one of our other overlays to spec out another goblin. And then the goblins overlay, and they do stuff. No, I don't know these goblin names, so I do apologise. But this goblin basically allows him to search for a goblin. Bear in mind, he hasn't normal summoned yet, so that's the normal summon. And here comes another overlay, I believe. I know he's having a little think about what it is he wants to do here. But yeah, we get another overlay into the Armoured XZ thing. Detach 2 to draw a card. Then he overlays into the other XZs, which he detaches to get the spell card. And he overlays into the bigger one with 2800. But I think it's powered up to 31, I want to say. And then he is able to punch over and then do some damage with 1 goblin. And then he goes into Zeus. So it's our turn. I'll go ahead and just Kaiju the Zeus off, and then spec a Kaiju on my side and punch over his goblin, and then activate Marco Cosmos. And now any card sent to the graveyard is banished, not just monsters. So this is spells, traps, everything, just to try and slow him down. He puts the Kaiju in defense. He activates the King Sarcophagus, but he can't discard. Activate our Golden Castle. Explain what it does. So I do explain here that when he attacks, his monster's destroyed, he loses half of it, and I can spec out X Trude for the cost of our normal summon. So I now go ahead here, blow up a card on the back row. I decided to go down the Galaxy Eyes route because I've just never done this one. So I blow up his Kaiju and then punch for 4k, and then overlay into Zeus. So again, he removes one of our materials for Goblin, and then goes into Typhoon, bounces the Zeus. He swings, and I say, you know, your monster's destroyed. And he goes, oh crap, I wouldn't have done that if I knew. And yeah, I let him take it back. At the end of the day, it's locals, it's not a big event, it's just locals. So I let him take the attack back, which, spoiler alert, cost us the game. I get the Hex Crusade, I blow up his monster, which in theory shouldn't have been there. So I could have blown up another, like his back row card, which wouldn't have really mattered, and swung directly, which I did anyway. But at this point, he would have been on less life points, which would have actually won me the game. But as you see here, he just pops off, clears my field, and swings for game himself. So yeah, he was left on 800 life points, which, you know, if you half the 29 of Typhoon, would have been more. But like I said, it's only locals, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. But it was still fun, and I got to see what Goblin Heist is like. But as you saw, we lost, and we're now 2-1 on the day. So that was the end of round 3, and we was against Goblin Biker Horus, which is a very fun deck. It does look really fun, to be fair. I'm really interested to see where that deck can go. As I saw game 1, I got ATK'd. I was made to go first. Game 2, I went second and I ATK'd, which was brilliant. And then game 3, there's a bit of back and forth there. Wally, my opponent attacked with Golden Castle on. However, he believed it was only wild monsters or something, so I let him take it back, because at the end of it, it's locals. It's nothing too serious here, and it's more about having the fun than the win, in my opinion. And it was definitely more fun, and I wanted that game to keep going, which it cost me in the end. I lost the game, whereas I could have won it with that, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens in the next round. As far as what I can do, honestly, the deck is working exactly as I kind of wanted it to. So, like I said, game 1, I went first with a go second build. It's going to happen. But as a whole, though, like I said, it's definitely doing what I needed it to do, and it's really good. So I will catch you guys after round 4. Okay, so here we are in round 4, and we are against another Goblin deck. However, this one is Goblin Punk / Gold Pride. So here we small world bridge into, I wanted to go into Gizmek, however couldn't. I messed up the small world bridge, so I've just had to go into Eater of Millions. Now we just banished some extra deck monsters here just to get that Eater of Millions out. We set a card. We reveal a one of the dangers, which does get hit, which sucks because at this point I've got nothing on the field for him to pop. And here comes the Fenrir. Fenrir actually resolves before Eater of Million does, so he will be able to just swing over that. And it's okay, cool. I don't know what you summoned here because I can't see. I think it was one of the goblins. Oh no, it was Zayaman. Paid some life points, got Foxy discard one of the goblins to spec out the spider, so he's now got 2 level 3s. Uses spider to search for the trap, which is basically imperm. He did just have a little think what he wanted to do there. He spec'd out the Psychic Welder into the Brawn, which just popped the Eater of Millions anyway. Now he's overlaid into one of the Goblin XEs to search Doug, specs Doug to search the spell card to get another one, removes the other material to spec, and then overlays again into the Water XEs thing, so detach 2 materials to search, overlays, detach to search the spell card, and then overlays again. I know my face down card does absolutely nothing. He's got game on field. I told him he's got game on field. He just wants combo off. He's excited. When we last played, he wasn't able to do anything with his stuff. So he's just comboing off because, yeah, why not? So here I just start shuffling. I'm letting him combo. I'm not scooping on him, but at the same point, I'm not wasting any time either. So I'm just shuffling up, letting him go off, do his little combo so he can show me what it can do. And yeah, and that's game 1. So we will be back after some siding. So here we are, we're sided, we've shuffled, and now it's time to draw. So I am going second because that's what I want to do. Goes ahead and activates E-Telly to get Zayaman. Zayaman paid the 600 life to search for the Foxy Toon. Foxy Toon activates, discarding of itself to activate, and then discards of his imperm, which I was quite happy to see. There goes the spider. And then he just overlaid, so I'm assuming he had the trap card already, or he just got overzealous and forgot to search for it. I don't know, but now here comes the Water Xyz, detach 2 to draw a card. Now he's activated one of the gold pied cards, which I'm not overly familiar with, but it's let him search for Leon. Leon's, oh no, so here's the spider that what searched for the trap card, so he does search for it. There we go. I did think that was strange. So sadly there is a glare. We've got an Xyz monster out which reads that the first monster effect becomes both you and your opponent draw a card instead. So yeah, and now he's got the Xyz trap thing which lets him Xyz summon as long as the conditions are met. And again, sadly, I can't see what monster that is. I believe it's the water one with 2200 attack. It's like a rank 5, what you rank up. But as you see there, he's just ranked it up again. And then here comes Doug going into the IP. Yeah, so it's built a pretty solid board. I'll be honest with you, not entirely sure what to do here, so I'm having a little look here. So I'll go ahead and kaiju the IP and then do the lightning storm, calling face up attack position monsters. We set a card. I reveal a danger. Thunderbird gets hit, so I target one of the back row to pop because it pops a set card, which was his Xyz. Then I go ahead and banish 10 for cost to draw 2. Here we spec Alpha. Now the target of Alpha is the cost. However, the bounce is not. That is the resolution. So I decided to Kaiju first, so we don't both draw a card. Then I go to activate Alpha, which gets Ghost Ogred, so it doesn't negate, it just destroys, but because it doesn't bounce, not a whole lot I can do. So I spec out Gizmek, and then it dawns on me that Gizmek is not strong enough to beat over the Kaiju, and I was like, great. Okay, cool. So he punches over it. I banish another 8, spec out the Gizmek. During his turn, I spec out thingy. I thought it was level 8, but it's not. It's the level 7 one. Yay! So I can't overlay. Go to activate Gizmek, which gets the trap card. So that's the end of round 4. Made some stupid mistakes there. For example, right at the end, as you saw, my opponent moved to attempt to move out of end. I've turned around and gone, oh, activate effect, not waiting for, so he went to move out of main. 2, when he did that, I should have turned around and gone, okay, yeah, that's cool. But then it was during the end phase activate the effect, but I did it during the end of main, because we're still in main, so then you could then combo off, because he managed to activate the triple attacks to draw 2. So it was my own fuck up, my own fault. But so started off strong and promising, then we ended on 2-2, which given the deck we were playing today and it's the first day playing it, I will take that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it was quite fun to play. I'm not going to do a full deck breakdown on this deck. I'm too tired, to be honest with you. Not feeling the greatest, so I'm just going to go home, get some rest, ready for work tomorrow, and I will catch you all next week. Have a good one.